now and more now on that breaking news at the White House. President Trump and the First Lady are now in quarantine after testing positive for the coronavirus.
The president made his test results public on Twitter overnight just before 1 a.m. CBS 2's Natalie Brandt is in Washington with the latest.
Good morning, Natalie and Mary. A senior administration official tells CBS News the president is in good spirits, but huge questions and uncertainty remain about what happens next in the president's schedule. The timing of this comes a little more than 30 days from the election.
In a tweet just before 1 a.m. Eastern Time, President Trump announced both he and First Lady Melania Trump have tested positive for COVID-19. The president wrote, "We will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately. We will get through this together."
So I just went for a test, and we'll see what happens. I mean, who knows?
This stunning development came hours after President Trump confirmed to Fox News that one of his closest aides, Hope Hicks, had tested positive for the coronavirus.
She tested positive. And I just went out with a test. I'll see what, because we spent a lot of time, and the First Lady just went out with a test also. So whether we quarantine or whether we have it, I don't know.
White House physician Sean Conley released a statement saying the president and First Lady were both doing well, adding, quote, "Rest assured, I expect the president to continue carrying out his duties without disruption while recovering." Hicks had traveled to several events with President Trump this week, including the debate on Tuesday and to his rally in Minnesota on Wednesday. President Trump attended a fundraiser in New Jersey on Thursday, reportedly spending time in close contact with a number of his supporters.
The White House says contact tracing has been done, but it's unclear at this point how many White House officials or staffers could have to take new precautions or would be impacted in light of this. A senior aide tells us that White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows has tested negative. On Capitol Hill, I'm Natalie Brandt, CBS 2 News.
And there are now a lot of questions about President Trump's health and if this could have been prevented.
CNN chief medical correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta says while the president's diagnosis is unsettling, he's not surprised.
This is a very contagious virus, okay? And the virus doesn't care. The virus doesn't care who you are, doesn't care where you are. It just likes to jump from host to host. Statistically, the president is still likely to have a full recovery from this, very likely to have a full recovery. But this was I would dare say, it was preventable. What we're seeing right now. Testing doesn't prevent the disease. Testing tells you now have it. People kept saying, well, he's getting tested every day. Well, that's not the point, really. Testing is important because then you can isolate people, but testing doesn't prevent people from developing the disease if they're still not abiding by other public health measures.
Let's get to your money watch right now at 6:04. Stock futures are down sharply this morning, down more than 400 points following President Trump's diagnosis with coronavirus. There were modest gains in Thursday's session. The Dow added 35, S&P added 17, NASDAQ was up by 159. And one more impact on stocks today, the government's monthly jobs report for September. That will be released at 8:30 this morning.